Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a report from UPAY Inc. Think of UPAY as a financial software provider for lenders in South Africa and a hunt now, pay later online marketplace in the US for hunting trips. It is trying to ride two horses with completely different skill sets and markets. Is that a recipe for disaster? Let's find out. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below for more discussion of the report. First up, this is their annual report, a Form 10K, which covers their business and financial performance for the year ending February 2025. Let's jump into what UPAY actually does. UPAY started in 2015 and it became a company when it acquired RentPay, a software company in South Africa. The main plan is to offer software to lenders. Think of it as helping small loan companies and retailers manage their credit risks and follow the rules of the game, especially in South Africa and the US. Now, UPAY has been busy acquiring two companies that look to boost their business. They bought a compliance software provider called AML Go in South Africa for its anti-money laundering technology. They also acquired full ownership of Humple, a hunting trip marketplace, which expands their reach into the adventure travel industry. In South Africa, RentPay, or RCPS as they call it, offers software for managing loans. RCPS helps lenders with everything from giving out loans to product sales to payments, all in one automated system. AML aims to help companies stay compliant with financial laws in South Africa, especially those related to anti-laws like a payment plan for hunting safaris. Mostly for US hunters traveling to Africa. It's a hunt now, pay later kind of deal, and to entering safaris for anything watching transactions for anything suspicious and making reports for regulators. To anti money laundering, they help with things like checking customer identities, watching transactions for anything suspicious, and making reports for regulators. Alting transactions for anything suspicious, and making reports for regulators of Huntala's Mega African of deal. They have a good variety of products, so their target market is very wide. They want to sell software to lenders, micro lenders, service providers such as lawyers and doctors, financial institutions, and of course hunters. But who is paying the bills? Let's scroll down to the financials. Their revenue is way down compared to last year. For the year, they had about $715,000 in revenue compared to almost $1.4 million the previous year. And management says the loss of one big customer is to blame. Ouch! The net loss is better than last year, but still a significant loss. They had a net loss of $540,000. In the previous year, the loss was $726,000, so while they are still losing money, they are losing less of it. Operating expenses were slashed a good amount too. It dropped $463,258, mostly from cutting general and administrative costs. It looks like they are taking cost control very seriously, and it's something management should be praised for. Looking at the balance sheet, it is difficult to see cash. Cash went down from $642,000 to only $55,000. That's not good at all. Their main source of cash comes from financing activities, basically taking on debt. And speaking of debt, let's scroll down to liability and see what is up there. Total liabilities are still very high, higher than their assets, and are currently at $703,000. This indicates that the company doesn't have enough liquid assets to cover its immediate obligations. They also have $76,000 in long-term notes payable. So UPAY Inc. has more debts than assets, but is focused on cost cutting. They will need to hope for a hit in sales and or raise money soon. It is no surprise that the auditors added a note about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. To simply put it, the auditors are saying there is doubt the company keeps losing money. Speaking of risk, it is worth noting their customer base is tiny. Just two customers represent nearly 40% of their revenue. If either of those leaves, that would hurt them. In addition, management admitted to material weaknesses in their internal controls, so it's worth investing in fixing the controls ASAP. Another item to note that's interesting, according to the report, the company says it reviewed all recent accounting rules and followed them. It's an important line to add, but it is also something the auditor will double check. Alright, let's wrap things up with an overall opinion on UPAY. UPAY is definitely in a difficult spot. They are burning cash like crazy and need to turn things around soon or risk going under. However, they are acting correctly and taking cost-cutting measures, and also looking at their acquisition strategy. It is clear they are looking for long-term growth. I think that the main problem for UPAY is that they are trying to ride two horses at the same time. They are trying to get the US market with Hump Poll and the South Africa market with ACPS and anti-money laundering software. All of these lines of business will require investment, but given how low their cash position is, it's hard to see how that will happen. UPAY has great potential, but needs to streamline their business, pick a winner, and be a friend for long-term growth. I think that the main problem for UPAY is that they are trying to ride two horses at the same time. They are trying to get the US market with Hump Poll and the South Africa market with ACPS and anti-money laundering software. All of these lines of business will require investment, but given how low their cash position is, it's hard to see how that will happen. UPAY has great potential, but needs to streamline their business, pick a winner, and execute, or else they might not be around for much longer. Alright, that's our breakdown of UPAY Inc. latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.